And a good Monday to you. Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley with you right now. We're taking a look at the weather across the Piedmont. And yeah, we're going to be looking toward warmer than usual weather, warmer weather moving our way over the next couple of days. Something that we've said a lot back around the Christmas holiday and something we're going back to. Another one of these big warm-ups. And it's just not something that you tend to think about with wintertime, but it does happen. You know, every winter in North Carolina, we have ups and we have downs. We're going on the upswing over the next couple of days, and that's something you should be ready to tackle. So let's get right to it. Temperatures right now around the area are a little on the cool side, but nothing all that cold, currently in the 40s to near 50 degrees. And it was a bit of a struggle today to kind of warm things up as we worked our way through the morning and the middle of the day. Thick clouds were a big part of our day, and a little bit of peaks of sunshine toward the afternoon started to warm us up. But if you're watching this show, you probably tend to be one of the weather savvy people. We had a little bit of a wedge set up earlier this morning. Sometimes that happens when you have clouds that are pretty stubborn to leave your area. And they sure were stubborn today. So it took some work to do to get rid of that for us. And we did. It just took a little time. Temperatures, though, are going to be warming up overall over the next couple of days. And one of the ways we can show that to you is on the wider range. So right now, we're still on the cooler side of the mountains here in North Carolina. But if we zoom out the view a little bit, you'll notice that there's warmth kind of all around us. So we have warmer weather than us right here in the southeast, warmer weather over here in Tennessee and Kentucky. We also have warmth in the middle of the country. So all of that is on the move, right? And it doesn't happen all at once. It kind of is a bit of a process and somewhat of a struggle sometimes to get that in here. Just know the warm air is coming, and it's going to be moving our way day after day toward the middle of this week. So the way that this happens, we have a bit of a warm front sliding in overnight tonight. What that'll do, it encourages fog to form. And with that fog forming, it could get very, very thick at times overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. So you want to be aware of this. This is something that could have an impact on the morning commute. Fog formation, not something that lasts a long time, but it is something that can have a bit of an impact. So plan on fog tomorrow morning as being a bit of a commute hazard. Going through the day, we'll get rid of the fog. That should be gone by around 9 to 10 o'clock. Once we get toward tomorrow afternoon, still some clouds around, but some clearing. And remember, that's warmer air moving in. So we should have a pretty good chance to get warmer than today by about 10 degrees. We'll call it upper 50s to low 60s for Tuesday. And then beyond that, even warmer air is on the way. You know, this warmth is just kind of making progress day by day. So I would expect us to be in the mid to upper 60s by Wednesday afternoon. And from there, we're just kind of sitting in the warmth through the rest of the week. So I would expect us to be in the upper 60s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week, even into Saturday. So it's an extended warm up, not a short-lived one for our area. So basically, it's not going to feel like January for a couple of days. Tomorrow's hour by hour, it will be foggy. It'll also be a little breezy. So something to keep in mind as you go throughout the afternoon time tomorrow is that upper 50s to near 60s should be our high. And yes, clouds are with us, but they'll start to erode and kind of fade away as the day moves along. One thing we will want to keep an eye on toward the end of the week is the cold front. There's going to be a front that puts an end to our big warm-up. And as it does that, we will start to see a front that has a decent chance of some rain and maybe even some chance of thunder. So one of the things we'll want to keep an eye on Friday into Saturday, how's the front moving along? How warm are we ahead of it? And what's the timing of the start of the rain and the end of the rain? And could you have thunderstorms? Those are possibilities. No guarantees, but possibilities that we'll want to keep an eye on for our area, especially things going on like the Panthers playoff game in Charlotte. Coming up, I think that's 4 o'clock on Saturday. So sure enough, here's 4 o'clock Saturday. Could be some rain. There are timing differences with the different computer models that we use to help us forecast. So some of them have this coming through much earlier in the day on Saturday. This one I'm showing you has it a little later in the day. So we're pretty confident there'll be at least a chance of rain on Saturday for a couple of hours. The questions lie with, well, what hours is it going to rain, right? So there is that chance that by the end of the day, we'll see this front pushing on through, and it'll be a strong one. So when Sunday rolls around, it's not feeling it's not feeling spring-like anymore. It'll feel more like winter. Temperatures cooling down very, very quickly with some gusty winds. So it'll be a two-part weekend. Saturday, still breezy, warm with a bit of rain moving our way. Sunday, cold, windy, back to winter-like air. So that's something to keep in mind, kind of a two-part weekend for us. And we can show it to you another way, just looking at the overall temperature trend. Warming up in a big way tomorrow, and especially for Wednesday, and staying there. But once you get past Saturday, the chill is really going to settle back in. So just nothing crazy, but just going back to normal Sunday into Monday of next week. And that's something you should keep in mind. That's the only chance of rain in our forecast would be Friday into Saturday. Other than that, I see us staying pretty much dry for a long time. So as we settle in, remember we're still in a drought around here. That drought is likely to continue and not getting any better anytime soon. Something else to consider, it's a new week. I always like to show you what the daylight is doing. It's doing good things. We're gaining over a minute of daylight every day now. So over the next 2 weeks, we're gaining about 16 minutes of daylight, which is a little bit more than a minute per day. That's happening on both sides, happening mostly on the sunset side of things, not so much in the mornings. Our sunrise is still pretty late, around 7:30. That's the worst that it gets. Sunset is happening now closer to 5:20, and in 2 weeks, we'll have our first 5:30 sunsets. Something that's pretty nice if you like daylight. And about 6 weeks from now, right around Valentine's Day, we start to see our first 6 o'clock sunsets as well. Here's your 7-day forecast. The trends are clear, right around 60 for tomorrow, but it'll be a struggle to get there. Once we do, we're getting even warmer. Right around 70 degrees by Wednesday, and staying in the mid to upper 60s through the rest of the week. There will be at least some chance of a shower by Friday evening, but a better chance of rain, scattered rain, is on Saturday, especially right around that cold front. We'll have to watch the timing of the front very carefully. Some have it in the morning, others have it in the afternoon. We will fine-tune that as we get a little closer. But I do see winter pushing back Sunday into Monday. Winter's not dead. It never is. We'll be watching it for you for the next couple of weeks. Stick around. We got more coming at you in about 2 minutes.